Hello everybody, and thank you for returning to my channel. 100% Pure Elvis. Please excuse the voice, I've got a slight sore throat, so please bear with me. The next review that I'm going to do is a special review. I'm going to be reviewing Elvis's 30 number one hits. The vinyl that I've got in front of me is the Music on Vinyl 2002 issue of the title, and again, this one is really rare. I've checked online today, and believe it or not, to get this one added to your collection, the Music on Vinyl release, it's over £100, believe it or not. So I'm actually quite surprised at that. I think it's because it's the Music on Vinyl label and it is the original from 2002. This is obviously readily available at all good record shops. You will find it on gold coloured vinyl, black coloured vinyl. This one here is a standard 180 gram black vinyl on the Music on Vinyl label. Now, my review of Elvis's 30 number one hits. I remember when I heard that this was being released to coincide with the JXL release of A Little Less Conversation, and again I just thought getting Elvis back out there, getting Elvis into the forefront of a younger generation. As you all know, A Little Less Conversation hit number one in the UK, stayed at number one for 5 weeks, and people couldn't get enough of that song. So RCA got together and decided to do Elvis 30 number one hits. And what a great decision that was. A smash worldwide, has sold millions of copies. It has sold 3 million copies alone in the United States of America, and number one in America and number one in the UK charts also. So again, it put Elvis back at the top of the album charts where he belonged. And again, I also think the decision not to put Elvis's photo on the thing, I think that was a great touch as well. I love this style here of Elvis with the number one as the eye. Such a great touch. Whoever designed this front is, I just think it's such a great decision made. And on the back, again, you just got you just automatically know that is from the 1950s. And again, a subtle image of Elvis there, but again, such a great touch from whoever designed the cover and back cover for 30 number one hits. And gold, well, it says it all really, doesn't it? Gold number one. Yeah, that had to be that colour. As you all know, we had a follow-up, Elvis Second to None, that was released also on vinyl, and I'm a bit disappointed in that because I was in Ireland, in Galway, a few years ago now with my family, and I went into a vinyl stall. Well, sorry, vinyl store, a vinyl shop, and I was looking through the Elvis section, and I seen Elvis Second to None on Music on Vinyl label vinyl, and it was just too much money. It was over €100 at the time. I just decided I couldn't justify paying over €100 for that album. Nowadays, I wish I would have picked it up, but again, I will get it added to my collection, but I want to focus on this one at the moment. And again, Elvis 30 UK number ones. The middle here, again, such a great touch in the middle there. Can you see here it says, a quote from Elvis: "Ambition is a dream with a V8 engine." And at the top here, "I don't sound like nobody." That's such true statements from Elvis. He was the first of his kind. It didn't sound like anyone else. And again, where he's going on about the V8 engine, obviously when he started in the 1950s, no one had seen anything like that before on stage. His hip movements, his moves on stage, people couldn't get enough, especially the younger generation. They couldn't get enough of Elvis, and his longevity. You know, that's why I think talent always comes through. And again, when you go through the eras of Elvis, 50s, 60s, and 70s, and he had number ones in each decade throughout his career, that just goes to show the talent of this man in particular. Again, he started at a time where something had to change on the music scene. He came along, he shook it up, went into the army for 2 years, came out of the army, and again, in the early 60s, music had changed, the style of music had changed, and Elvis had to conform to that, because if he would have continued in the same vein, I don't think his career would have sustained as long as it did. So going into the movie years, again, we've all got our opinions about Elvis movie years, and made some great movies, acted in some great movies, he gave great performances in a lot of his movies. Some movies, again, I think you can see he's slightly bored. And then you get to 68, you've got the 68 special. His raw energy is coming back out. Even if you wasn't there, like watching it like on TV, you could just see he was like an animal coming out of a cage, being freed. And then we go into the 70s, and you call them the Vegas and concert years. And as you all know, from 1969 to 1977, every single Elvis concert was sold out. You've got Aloha from Hawaii, 1973, beamed to a worldwide audience of over 1 billion. The only thing I do disagree on in the 1970s, I don't think the 1977 CBS documentary should have been filmed with Elvis on tour. I don't understand the reasons behind that. But again, this is why we've got this, because he had so many great hits through the 50s, 60s, 70s, and bringing Elvis back to a younger audience in the early 2000s after the JXL, A Little Less Conversation, this is what was needed. Because again, even though we were getting Elvis releases, we were getting albums, compilation albums, yeah, they were doing well, but nothing hit the younger market like A Little Less Conversation, the JXL remix did. And getting this out stayed in the charts for so long, and it's actually back in the UK charts consistently, week in, week out. It is in the UK top album charts. And again, that is just because people will continually to buy Elvis. So for me, let me talk you through the track listing. You will all know it by now, but let's just go through it together. All these are number ones. Heartbreak Hotel, Don't Be Cruel, Hound Dog, Love Me Tender, Too Much, All Shook Up, Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, Jailhouse Rock, Don't, Hard-Headed Woman, One Night, Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I, A Big Hunk of Love, She's Not You, It's Now or Never, Are You Lonesome Tonight, Wooden Heart, Surrender, Marie's the Name, His Latest Flame, Can't Help Falling in Love, Good Luck Charm, She's Not You, Return to Sender, You're the Devil in Disguise, Crying in the Chapel, In the Ghetto, Suspicious Minds, The Wonder of You, Burning Love, Way Down, and finally The bonus track is A Little Less Conversation, the JXL remix. I'm just going to show you the vinyls inside. They come in black sleeves, and I'm hoping you can all see it there. There you go. And I'm going to say something to you all in a minute. Let me just get, there you go. This is on 180 gram heavyweight vinyl. It is in mint condition because I have never played it. I've got 2 copies. I've got the copy on RCA, which is readily available at any record store. And I've got this one here, the Music on Vinyl release from 2002. Never played this vinyl. But I'm a bit disappointed that I opened it, actually. And this is the other one. Again, black sleeve. Again, I won't get the vinyl out because it's exactly the same as vinyl 1. And it comes with this little slip note inside. And it's the songs with just some additional information underneath of when they were recorded and the writers, etc. So again, this is the 2002 release of Elvis 30 #1 hits. On the back, I absolutely adore the design of this release. And again, even if you don't have the Music on Vinyl release, it doesn't matter as long as you've got it on vinyl, as long as it's one that you can just pick out of your collection and put on. You know, this has been released on many formats many times over, and in the years ahead you're going to get it re-released again. And but what I am going to be looking out for is the vinyl Secondton, and I actually should have purchased that at the time, but again, the decision at the time was I couldn't really justify €100. The vinyl that I have behind me here is a Camden 1981 budget release called Return to Sender. Please check out that upload that I've done on that vinyl, because that vinyl is readily available. You always see that vinyl whenever you go to a record fair, like a charity shop, any good vinyl selling store. If you look in the Elvis section, especially second-hand ones, so you will mainly always see that, and it's quite cheap, £5–10, but normally without the poster. I've got the poster up behind me here. I wanted to take the poster out and put it up to show everybody a great image of Elvis from the movie Flaming Star. Top left Elvis, bottom right it says Pickwick and Camden Records. So again, please check out that review for that vinyl as well. First time I've had that out of the vinyl and put it up on the wall. Obviously I've shared the poster before, but I've never put it up on the wall before. So when I come off this upload, it's going to come back down and back into its vinyl. So again, I can't remember how much I paid for that. Possibly £20 a few years ago. I do know I purchased it from a local vinyl store in Coventry that I do go to quite regularly, I believe. So again, I just wanted to end this by saying what a great release we all had as Elvis fans from RCA. Elvis 30 #1 hits, a worldwide smash, millions sold worldwide, bringing Elvis back to a younger generation. And again, you had the follow-up Elvis Second to None. So as always, if you are watching this upload and you like what you are seeing but you have as yet not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, give me a massive thumbs up. Welcome to the 100% Pure Elvis family. Let's go on this journey together, and as I always sign off with, please keep Elvis close to your heart, please keep on playing his music, and love to you all. Speak soon, everybody. Bye bye.